Welcome to Get to the Point. I'm your host, Jessica Spahn, and I'm excited today to bring you a show highlighting the importance of recreation and community, brought to you by the Keller Pointe. Join us each episode and be inspired as we bring you conversations with community leaders who share their experiences, expertise, and explore the role that recreation plays in sustaining well-being and success. What are we waiting for? Let's get to the point. Hello, and welcome to Get to the Point, a show about community and recreation brought to you by the Keller Pointe. I'm your host, Jessica Spahn, and today we have a very special guest all the way from the Keller Independent School District, Dr. Rick Westfall.
Hi, Jessica.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm here.
Yeah, we're here. We're baking in the sun, but it's good.
It's a little warm for us.
This is a really cool studio. That's right.
Well, thank you so much for being here today.
Love it.
So we were chatting recently about the fact that you have some podcasts, and I want to dig into that a little later because I feel like our viewers and our audience would like to kind of check out some of your stuff as well.
If they're so inclined,
I think they will be so inclined.
All right.
I mean, and we'll touch more on this later, but one of the ones that I was listening to yesterday was speaking about the beginning the day with play.
Sure.
And I felt like that spoke to me. Because I feel like as adults, we almost still need recess.
As I've already asked you the question in terms of your high energy, I mean, I can imagine play is a common,
probably.
it might burn off some of that energy.
I mean, when I heard that episode,
it's pretty much.
I was like, oh my goodness, this will solve all my problems.
I'm telling you.
I just need to get to and I need to play.
That's right.
On a playground.
That's right. 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, just get it out.
That's right.
But you know what? Movement really does help people focus.
Which is what they're finding.
Show,
That's right.
I'm just gonna say study show. I have no idea.
Well, research shows.
Research. Yeah,
articles. There's written articles about it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited.
You don't have to cite anything. You just say that and you're good.
Exactly. Just broadly.
That's right.
An overview. Right. So, the new year of the school season has begun.
Absolutely. Month in.
We're a month in already?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. And I love that you're on here this time because last time we had some kiddos from the Keller ISD who, one of the gals, Annabelle, the daughter of the owners of Flannel Jacks, she said that she was in a program that is related to you. I don't believe you facilitate it necessarily, but you are in it. And it's the Shake.
Yeah, so Keller Shake.
Keller Shake, that's what it's called?
Yep, that's probably what she was talking about.
Do they have to do
It's not that. No. Think about shake, like a handshake.
Oh, okay. Not like Taylor Swift.
No, we're not. It's not a dancing opportunity, even though they might dance.
I tend to take things.
No,
it's this sort of opportunity.
It's an opportunity to understand how handshakes and eye contact when they're talking to people, so elementary school students can start to learn that.
They need to learn that.
Those social skills. Yeah.
I love that you guys are doing this.
It's a fantastic program.
Because a few years ago, well, maybe longer, I was noticing that trend of the younger generation just not having the social skills needed to interact. If they're networking or if they're out, promoting their business or whatnot, they had trouble getting in the middle, inserting themselves, being social, having conversations, and focusing on the other person.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm glad you guys are starting young because I was thinking maybe I'll start a whole little side gig.
It's a fantastic opportunity. They actually do that in their theater arts classes at the elementary school, and kids they learn the skills, and then they come in. The reason why I'm involved with it is I'm one of many judges. So if you're interested,
do you intimidate
you can always
them?
show up. No, I am the least intimidating person around. Oh,
Who's
absolutely.
Who's the most intimidating person?
Let's see. I could probably name a few people in the district, but they won't appreciate it. So I'll just.
Okay, so you're relaxed, you're fun. I know Annabelle said she loved meeting you and that she really enjoyed that program. So I was like, oh, he's going to be on our next episode. Super excited. So
yeah,
that
that's
sounds
a great
like
program.
So is that run the entire semester or how does that work?
Well, they practice. I don't know the exact date that we do the competition, but the competition happens once a year.
Okay. Yeah. And so basically it's just social skills.
That's right.
Conversations.
That's right. And
because they're always on their phones nowadays.
Exactly.
So I feel like.
So they walk up to the table, they shake a hand, they have some small talk questions to talk to the adult about, and then we judge them after the fact.
What's an example of a small talk question?
Oh, just they ask questions like, tell me about your family, or do you have any pets? Which I have a funny feeling is going to come up. Well, there are some people get more excited than others about pets.
Do they?
Yes.
Some people don't get excited?
Well, I'm just saying that there are people, especially certain kinds of animals, that they get excited about.
Oh, well, cats.
Yeah. Cats versus dogs, that kind of thing.
But pets are great.
Right.
Horses are fun.
Yeah, they are. There's a lot of people that love horses.
Well, as long
And
as
you can't bring them into the house and, pet them or anything.
Well, and there's a guy in Keller.
I'm sure they do.
They might. There's no. He doesn't bring the horse in the house. Well, there's a guy in Keller who has a kangaroo, and he might actually be a guest. He might be a guest on our show.
Like
a real kangaroo. And I was like, oh my goodness.
Well, so we've seen llamas and all that stuff, but I have yet to see a kangaroo.
Well, I was trying to figure out I don't know how the laws are around here.
Just march them down the sidewalk.
I was trying to figure out if I could have someone outside and we could be like, cue the kangaroo.
Cue the kangaroo and just let the kangaroo go walking across the sidewalk.
That's right. As we speak about it.
You wouldn't be able to cut that because you have a continuity issue.
I just don't know.
You could cut it, another animal could show up along the way.
That could get fun.
Kangaroo to something
I like
else.
that idea. To horse.
Just throwing it out there.
So maybe we can work with the police, with the police force. Horses.
Challenges for post-production.
I love it. Yeah. Our producer loves that. Our producer's having a good time with this one. Okay, well, so on a serious note,
sure.
Anything less funny. You oversee 42
campuses. Yeah. 35,000 kids.
That sounds like a lot. How do you? Is there like a chart?
I am single-handedly the only person in the district to do everything.
That makes no. So how does your organization even how's the team go? I know you have a communications team,
obviously,
because they communicated with me to get you.
Right.
So they're the go-between.
Right.
So how does everything function?
I mean, it's no different than even a smaller district. You just have to scale it. So if you've got a district with 8 campuses, you're gonna have a district with 42. You have to scale the support. So
interesting.
So you have support. Obviously, you've got your campus leadership, and then you have other people in place to make sure campus leadership can do what they need to do. Because at the end of the day, teachers need all the support possible so they can teach, which is the main reason why we're here.
That is the main
reason.
To
teach and take care of our kids.
Well, I love that. And we were talking about KCAL the other day.
Keller Center for Advanced Learning.
Thank you.
I'll throw that in there.
Thank you.
That way, when you do a little bottom third or whatever,
yes,
lower third, not bottom third.
Lower third. We can put Keller Center for Advanced Learning. It's going to look beautiful. Mm-hmm. So, do a lot of school districts have similar? What would you even call it? Similar programs? Yeah.
So our KCAL that we were calling it is our career tech education programming. So you'll hear that called CTE. Mm-hmm. So just about every district, not every district, but most districts have CTE programming. Okay. And that's normally at a high school. And then other districts, larger districts, might have centralized programming like we have, but there's other districts that do the same thing. And KCAL is really more the hub for the upper level courses. So many times kids will start in the lower level, entry level strands of whether it's cybersecurity, engineering, healthcare, whatever that happens to be. There's a whole slew of things out there that we do. But they might start that at their home campus.
Okay.
And then sophomore, junior, senior year, they have to then travel over to go to the upper level courses.
And then they're able to get associates or no?
That's a different thing.
Okay. It's a different thing.
No, that's okay though, but we'll talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah. Because
I'm the average person who doesn't know a lot about this, so that's why I want you on the show to help.
So it's kind of evolved a little bit.
Okay.
Right? So that's also something that many districts do. Sometimes you'll hear a term called early college high school.
Okay.
You might hear a term called PTech.
Okay.
Don't ask me. We're just going to call it PTech.
Okay.
So we did kind of a hybrid of all of that and created something called the Keller Collegiate Academy.
Nice.
And because we're really good at shortening things and abbreviating stuff, it's KCA, which is really remotely close to KCAL.
Thank you for explaining this, because I literally have had no idea. I've been to the
educators
KCAL.
are horrible about just slicing and dicing stuff.
But I love it.
Yeah, so KCA.
So they can actually, so they can leave with an associate's degree?
So at the Collegiate Academy.
Or is it a trade?
That is another high school that we started 2 years ago.
Okay.
So that is actually a high school. So they're not at Keller or Timber Creek or Ridge or Central. They actually enroll at KCA.
Okay. And
they spend all 4 years there. And if they follow their trajectory the way it's laid out, and it's in partnership with TCC, they can graduate with a diploma in one hand and an associate's degree in the other.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
because that saves a lot of time.
And it's tuition free. So they've got
there's that.
They've got 2 years worth of college under their belt, and
that's amazing. Because I'm trying to think back when I graduated high school. I'd taken some AP classes. I don't think I even knew what to do with them. So I don't think those even transferred to anything when I went to college.
Right.
And I did TCC before North Texas.
Sure.
So that's really neat to know that you guys are doing that.
Well, and the neat part about KCA is it's workforce specific. So it's not just about the associate's degree. So right now we're focusing on healthcare.
Yeah, I feel like you're doing a lot of nurse.
Right. So the good thing is as the workforce needs us to do different things to create different levels of experience with our kids, then we can add those strands to
So
KCA.
what are some of the ones that you have now besides the nurse?
Well, so at a collegiate academy, it's just healthcare.
Oh, okay.
Right. But we can expand that as we go. Right. It's only 2 years old, so we're still growing.
Well, I love that though. Yeah. That's so exciting.
But KCAL's got tons of programs.
Yeah. Well, and so okay, on that one, you guys, so with some of the kids, do you guys have them go out to like any businesses to get any experience doing anything?
We've had internships, externships. Okay. They work with Lockheed Martin on the engineering side.
Okay.
Lockheed
so you guys
Martin,
get them really plugged in.
Oh yeah. That's part of the job of the adults there is not only we've got the teachers in the building, but we have coordinators in the building that help the kids get connected for their internships.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
It is. It's very exciting.
So I'm trying to think back to when, life is interesting now. I'm excited for the kids. They have so many opportunities.
Yeah.
And hopefully, so how do the parents, so how does everybody get educated about this situation?
So that's the biggest challenge of the whole thing.
Okay.
You could probably walk up to a random person in Keller ISD and you might ask them about KCAL. Yeah. And if they've got a second grader, they may not even know it exists yet. Right. So our big push that we do is when kids are in middle school, we have middle school days where we go take a field trip. Okay. We were talking about the school buses before.
Yeah.
We take a field trip, load them up from the middle school, bring them to KCAL and walk them around and show them everything and try to get them excited about it.
Okay, so
before they ever even get into high school.
So then I'm assuming alongside that is communication with parents, like
absolutely.
Because I'm curious, like how the parents, because they're little kids or younger kids, they don't necessarily know how to make.
And they might not come home and really explain how the day went.
Right.
Or, how'd your day go? That's fine. Yeah. And they don't really talk about it.
They'd be excited about it. You're like, fine.
They're excited about it, but when the parents ask, it's always just
They don't quite see down the line yet what their future could be. So that's really exciting. Yeah. I like to on our shows discuss what communication styles used to look like, because podcasts is a way people leverage communication, and I know you know that really well because Keller ISD has multiple. I did call them podcasts, multiple audio and video communications.
Right.
So back when you were in high school.
Oh, Lord.
What was
Why are you doing this?
Primary
What are we doing now? This was not part of the advanced work, the pre-work.
Communicated with people. It was not on stone, right? We're past that.
Thanks.
Well, so fast forward a little bit to, I know we had the little papers that we folded. Did you have cell phones in high school?
Okay, why are...
I did barely, so that's why I'm just...
Listen, okay, so no, there were no cell phones when I was in high school. So different. I'm an old man. There was no cell phone back in the day. No, we were actually just talking...
Did you have pagers yet?
No.
Okay. Well, I had a pager.
So. I don't know. I didn't never have a pager.
You never had a pager?
No.
You felt really cool when you put it on your side of your pants.
Well...
You're like, I'm cool.
Pagers came with their own...
challenges? Bills.
Persona of what people might think you need a pager for.
Oh, yes, there were some negative.
So I'm not going to talk about that, but this is a positive podcast. We're not going to talk about that.
Exactly. Agreed.
Right. No, I never had a pager.
But mine was just, you get text and whatever, you'd run over to payphone and call the number with coins.
And you don't think that... Now, when you look back at it now,
that's kind of ridiculous.
When you think about the fact that you got a page, and then you had to go to a payphone, that didn't sound suspect at all. No, but it made sense because if someone, you're like, oh, your friend's trying to get a hold of you. I mean, when I was young, we only had one line, right?
Which people were like, what's that?
Was it a party line?
No, we only had one of the little phone jacks that some of my cooler friends had their own phone line and but you're not always
in their bedroom, right?
I mean, so back then people couldn't get a hold of you 24/7 like they can now.
Well, imagine how parents even survived not knowing where their kids were at after dark because there was no cell phone to track them down with.
That I have no idea. I mean, I haven't had a kid yet, or Yeah, I was the kid who was not home. My parents had the whole
there was no way for them to know where we were at. So
when the street lights came on, we were expected to be home, dinner time, whatnot.
Yeah, that was kind of the rule.
Yeah.
And we always were.
But yeah, no, I don't know how parents did that. Like the weekends, I'd be like, I'm at my friend's house. Bye.
It's almost like it worked without it.
I know, but how did life work like that? Nobody. I feel like sometimes it'd be really funny to do a study and take a bunch of maybe high school age kids and put them in like a camp style setting, but like where they don't have any communication style or phones or any way to communicate besides just like conversations and meet me here at this time and stuff and see how they would do.
Start that experiment.
It'd be interesting.
I think the Keller Pointe should take that on.
I think the Keller Pointe should take that on. That's an idea.
Yeah.
Because I'm curious to see, I mean, it's like talking about life skills.
Right, exactly.
Like, can you survive without your phone? What would happen if our phones went down? You know, how would you get how would we do anything? We're so used to texting all the time and our watches, zzz, 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 zzz. I'm here.
Reason why you got to put it in airplane mode for something like this.
Exactly. So you just, in high school, you were in the same boat as me, pretty much. You guys had to call or make plans in person.
Right. Like, I actually have to speak to somebody.
You'd have to be like, hey, after school, let's meet here.
And then you'd have to remember. Because there was nothing to like put it in on unless you like wrote it on your hand.
Didn't you used to have paper and pens still? Pens but
then you just lose the paper.
That's true. Fun. Okay. So you're about the same, because Armin and I were talking about the same thing.
We went all the way back to.
Well, I just want to talk about, because a podcast is huge.
Yes, it's a completely different way to communicate.
And it's really fun to look back in time and see how it was, because the kids on the show last time didn't even know what some of the words we were talking about 90s to now. We talked about the 411.
Right.
And I had to explain that 411 meant we could call back then. 411 was information.
That's right.
So that's how it kind of became a phrase.
Did you ever call movie phone?
Absolutely. Hello and welcome to Movie Phone.
Brought to you by KISS FM.
I still remember the sound. Yeah, we had Blockbuster and all that good stuff back then too.
Absolutely.
Man, technology is awesome.
It's come a little ways.
It's leaps and bounds. I'm so curious to see though where it goes in the future with you guys staying so on top of things.
That's one of the biggest challenges.
Yeah, staying on top of things.
Well, yeah, because anytime something's new, and just as soon as you catch up with it, there's something new that's coming. New. Right.
Well, yeah, and you were talking about the children with the younger kids with the what was it? Not coding. You said it was. What did you say earlier with the younger kids? So. Cybersecurity. Oh yeah, cybersecurity is one element of what we're trying to. Yeah. I mean, we've got a strand of cybersecurity now at KCAL that they're taking courses on. That is so fascinating. Right. And that's a great one too, because I think there's always going to be a need for that. There will always be. If technology
as long as we're connected to the internet, there's going to be a need for it.
If there's these phones that we have.
That's right.
They need to do. That's so fun. Yeah. I love it. What else? You've got 2 dogs, so you're. I do have 2 dogs. Yeah. Do you like cats? I've got 2 dogs. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's a fair answer. And they're doodles, right? So I don't hate. I mean, I don't want to like disrupt the audience. You know, I'm not. I'm like a cat hater. That's good. So you're neutral. Yeah. I mean, they don't need to be around you. They don't need attention from you. That's nice, though. Well, I mean, it just kind of depends, I guess, on what you want. To each their own. So you've got doodles. Yeah. I'm one of those people. Doodle dogs. Yeah. Which hybrids are they? So one's a golden doodle and one's a sheepadoodle. What is a sheepadoodle? Sheepdog and a poodle. Oh, that would make sense. She is all high strung and. Yeah. That sounds like a blast. That's she really is a hoot, right? Yeah, she's fantastic. Fantastic. Well, what else is going on this year? Anything new you guys are rolling out? I know we were talking yesterday about kind of just resetting the foundation. Yeah. So one of the things that I talked to our staff about at the beginning of the year was how important it is. We always talk about how you have to take care of the most basic needs of students before you can push them to do other things and to learn. And so there's lots of baggage that kids will bring into the classroom. Could be a bad day in the morning. Some kids might not have eaten breakfast that morning. Some kids might have just had a fight with their, parents or their siblings. And so there's all kinds of things we're always working through. But we tend to not think about what do adults need. Right. And since adults are the ones that are actually trying to take care of the kids, if the adults' most of basic needs aren't being met, then they don't have any fuel to give to the kids. So that was our big push this year, is to make sure that we were
after these last 2 years and how much the tank had been drained,
Right.
is while we're in school, just being mindful of the fact that we need to keep recharging our batteries probably more often than in a normal school year.
That is so awesome. You guys realize that.
Yeah.
I feel like you forget and then it hits you sometimes.
And it's really hard to do. I mean, you can say it. We can say it. I mean, like right now, I could say, hey, make sure you take care of yourself. But then you're standing there in front of 30 kids and it's hard to do that.
Balance.
But, yeah.
They got to start their day with play.
They do need to start. See, full
That'll
circle.
fix
It's almost like you've done
everything.
this before. You bring it right back around.
No,
to
I'm
another
just
topic.
like, I absolutely loved that one because I was like 100% agree with this. So that's going to be my new mantra these days.
Right.
Well, I actually, when I was doing Toastmasters for a while, one of the speeches that I would give was about recess and the importance of recess as an adult.
Right.
And just, taking that time to play because I feel like it gets the juices flowing kind of for creativity. It obviously, endorphins and all the good stuff that your body needs.
It gets the initial energy out so kids can focus a little bit better in class right when they start out.
Yeah, so they're not like all, I don't know.
Right.
I was just going to be like a
I don't know what this, you were kind of doing a thing.
And then no one can see it if they're listening to it. So then that's just a weird little gap in the conversation.
Yeah. Did you need me to voice over? Right now she's shaking as if she's
a pent up child who hasn't gotten out to play yet. Well, I love that. Okay, so one of your other shows, was it Westfall One-on-One?
Yeah, so we do Westfall One-on-One. So that's the actual audio podcast.
That's the audio.
Yeah, and then we do Here's the Thing, which is normally like a 4 or 5 minute real quick video highlight of something that we're doing in the district.
Yeah. Okay. So those are 2 very good podcasts for people to follow if they haven't.
Sure.
I think that if anyone's a parent of a child in Keller, both of them, I would say to follow those because you do highlight things that are relevant and current.
Yeah. And so, I mean, like, here's the thing. We tend to focus on program type things or different things. The Westfall One-on-One, we can dig a little more because we spend a little more time talking to people.
Like you spoke
in a podcast.
To a principal, I think.
Yeah, there's like this last one. We got to dig a little bit with Melissa Finstad, who's the principal over at Whitley Road, and
she had started there.
Right. Her kindergarten. She started in that building, the old building, as a kindergartner, and now is opening the new building as the principal. So
that's amazing.
It was a fun conversation.
And I would say I feel like that speaks a lot to the Keller school system as a whole, especially to see like someone who went through it, coming back around and being a part of it for so long.
Yeah, absolutely.
And raising in the ranks and just full circle. But I would say that speaks volumes to the Keller school district because I feel like you guys are one of the top school districts in our area. I would say the top.
Well, thank you for recognizing.
I would say the top because I'm biased because I love Keller. But so we have those 2 podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
When you started out, you were a high school teacher?
I taught high school in Fort Worth ISD.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I feel like
it was a subject that you love so much.
Yes, my least favorite subjects, math related.
Algebra 2, AP Calculus. We can.
I only made it to.
We can work on it right now.
I only made it to pre-cal.
That's an achievement.
I didn't even get to the cal part. So I was happy with that. So you had said that. So related to the Keller Pointe, your experience with it was that there was the benefit when you worked in Keller.
Yeah, so when you're an employee in Keller, we have a partnership with Keller Pointe, so they can become a member of Keller Pointe at a discounted rate.
Yes, which I thought was interesting timing to talk about because October, which is coming up right here, is the month that I'm not on the teacher side, but they can elect to be in it. Or
so we have to go through all of our benefits, cafeteria plan.
Okay, we just did ours with the city.
So we just re-up all of our health, dental, vision, everything else. So Keller Pointe membership is part of that.
Do you guys do a benefit fair or anything?
Yeah, that way people will know what they can sign up for, but it's all online. Everything they can get everything that they need to learn.
So it's not an in-person fair?
No, it's not needed.
It's not needed.
Really?
We're talking about like social.
Hey, listen, we're away from paper and pencil and stuff.
That's good.
And pagers.
Strides.
So let's get them.
I love it.
Push them there.
That's good. Okay, so but now,
if my HR department listens to this, they'll probably be yelling right now because there probably is some sort of affair I'm just not aware of.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't know. I don't have any idea.
That's fair.
So
I was only asking because we recently, as the city, had the benefits fair, and I enjoyed being on site, talking to people about Keller Pointe.
I'm certain we have some sort of a fantastic benefits opportunity.
Absolutely.
Fair type thing.
Absolutely believe you do. I'm sure there is one. I'll look into it later.
If I get in trouble, I'm coming back here.
We'll look into it later and we'll throw it on the lower thirds.
Yeah, the lower third. Right, good. Producer? Right. Under the little ticker tape.
We'll put it out there for people if it exists because we think it does.
Maybe.
But yeah, so right now is the perfect time if anyone is a teacher or works for the
school district.
ISD.
That's right. You can get a discounted rate.
Absolutely. You guys can sign up.
Sign up in October.
And then sign up, and then you start in January. Okay,
that's right.
Cool. Yeah, because I was just thinking, this is my first year with Keller Pointe. So I've started in January. So I haven't even rolled through the whole year yet. So I'm still kind of learning what happens when.
Right.
But I was like, this is the perfect time to mention this.
It is. It's great.
To all
it's a great plug.
The lovely teachers and employees of KISD.
That's right.
They can come hang out with us at the Keller Pointe and be part of our community there. Well, awesome. So then I will also, would you like people to follow you or the school district or not? Or like on social media? Where's the best place? Where would you like to send people aside from and in addition to the podcasts?
So obviously we've got those 2 podcasts, and then you can follow Keller ISD on any of the social media platforms, whether it's Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. I'm on Twitter at Dr. R-Dub.
Okay.
Keller ISD. So there's, I put stuff out there as well, or I'll leverage when I see stuff like teachers putting things out. I'll push stuff out as well so that if they don't have the followers, other people will see it.
Love that. And then so for anyone who wants to maybe get involved in a volunteering capacity, is there a certain way they can do that?
Just get on our website and fill out the volunteer form and
because you guys
get active. Yeah, because we have to screen them.
Right.
We have to screen people before they just go showing up on our campuses.
Sounds fair.
Yeah.
There's kids involved.
It's a safety thing.
Absolutely.
But yeah, once they clear everything, then they can come and help out.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is if you want to volunteer, go to the website.
Get involved.
Yep. I would say that's probably the biggest thing.
Right. And if it's a community thing, like if it's a business wanting to get involved, if they're interested in, hey, I want to know more about how to create my own work. Here's the thing that we talk about at the chamber and we talk about in other business areas is you hear lots right now out in the workforce of, we don't have enough people to hire. There's not enough workforce to hire.
Yes, that's the biggest. Yes.
And my comment back is we literally are creating a pipeline at KCAL. So if you want to get involved.
Believe me, I'm all about.
All right. So if you want to get involved with KCAL.
Mm-hmm. Because you guys are doing mock interviews.
We do mock interviews for kids.
That's
so
and
help them learn how to interview. Again, going back to the social skills piece.
Well, I would almost say that's also good for business owners or whoever would be interviewing, because the more practice.
People will walk away from mock interviews wanting to hire some of our kids. Just because they're already
that would be
good.
The goal, I would think.
That's right. Even though it's meant to be mock.
I read the word mock, but I heard interviews when I was reading that. And I'm like, we need to get the customer service guy involved with
There you go. Yeah.
Get him on over there.
Right.
So.
That's right.
Well, that was exciting. Okay, so your podcasts, we'll wrap up with that, ending with sending people there.
Right.
And then we do have a way that we like to end our show.
Okay, I know. And we kind of practiced this, but I've already forgotten.
I know. Okay, but here's the thing.
I like how you did that. I know you didn't do it intentionally, but you just did it.
I know, but
Here's the thing.
And I love that that's how you end that particular podcast. It's a great ending.
Yeah.
And you got to have a great ending. If you're going to, hopefully people stay to the end.
It's only 4 or 5 minutes.
Well, I mean, on mine.
Oh, okay.
But I'll figure it out. If you guys aren't staying till the end, I'm going to solve that.
That's right.
I'm going to make you stay. There's going to be something at the end that's going to be like
so entertaining. They're going to stay till the end because they don't know what's coming.
Well, I do have a gift for you.
Fantastic.
That you get to represent.
Get to the point.
Yeah, you get to represent.
I wonder why this phrasing is here.
I mean, I feel
at this time. It's almost like you're trying to prompt something.
Yeah,
you're trying to remind me of something.
And I feel like there's some weights involved with this. If you want to try and close it out.
There's some very, very heavy weights here.
So we're going to try and close this out.
Okay.
Do you think we can?
Well, I'm not entirely sure what the phrase was again, but I'm going to make my best effort.
It has
What do you
to do. Yep.
All right.
You do know what it
Excellent.
is, and then you know what.
And we look this way.
and then you know what to say.
Absolutely.
Okay. Let's.
All right.
We've never successfully done this.
Oh,
yet.
we're going to successfully do
I
this.
think we can. Are you ready? Okay.
That's right.
Let's do it. What are you waiting for?
Get to the point.